guys, welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we'll be looking at Logic Pro and I'm doing an introduction for you. It's going to be simple, nothing too complicated for those who've never used this software before, and this will get you on the pathway to start creating your own music. So first off, you need to have an empty project selected when you've opened Logic, and then press choose. Once Logic is opened, you'll then have 4 options to pick from. You've got MIDI, pattern, drummer and audio. Today I've got my MIDI keyboard plugged in, so I'm going to make sure I've selected MIDI and make sure empty channel strip is there for you, is selected, and then press create. Then you can see it has created a channel here. You've got a list of instruments just there. If I move myself out of the way, you can see some more there for you. I'm going to go with piano today and picking the Yamaha Grand Piano. Now it should play for you once you've selected it with your device plugged in. There you go. So now I've got that selected here. You want to be able to start recording, but first of all you've got a selection of buttons up here. So the first one is rewind, then you've got forward, you've got stop, play and record. So first of all, to play, you are just going to press that. So if you've already recorded something, you can listen back to it by pressing play. Then just pressing it again resets it back to the front. But if you want to stop it, press the stop button. But then you're now stuck in the middle of the track. So just press it again and it takes you back. There is some shortcuts on how to do this. So I like to use my space bar to get it to play. And then I press my space bar again to get it to stop. And to take it back to the beginning of the song, you just press the enter key. So just do that again. So press the space bar, press it again to get it to pause, and then press enter to take it back to the front. Now to record the piano, you've got the record button here. You can just press this, and it's now recording. And press it again, that one there. Depends on the versions you've got of Logic Pro, you can press it again to stop, but mine has got the other button here just to stop it. So if you go back, press enter, you can press the letter R to get it to record. So now it's recording. And you may be asking, why is it counting in? Because I have got the counter selected up here, just so it counts in 4. If I just press the space bar, it stops it recording. So let's do it again, press enter to go back, press R, and that's now recording. So if I just play a few keys here, and then press the space bar to get it to stop, and there you go. It's now recorded some music there, press enter again to take it back to the front. Now you can see we have got this recorded here. You now want to be pressing E to get up the piano roll. So now you can see what you've just played into Logic just there. You can select all of it, so just selecting it all there. And then to get the notes all in line with each other, just press functions and press quantize notes. So they've moved slightly, and then you can see that there. Just pressing off of them again to get that to unselect them all. Then just pressing E again to get rid of the piano roll. If you press X, you can get the mixing desk, so your channel strips. So if you've got more than one, you will see them all here. Pressing X again to get rid of that one. If you want to delete a track, just click on it and press the backspace button and it gets rid of it. And then going back to these buttons over here. So you've already looked at counting and what it does when you're recording. You have got replace. You've also got the tuning here. It is disabled because I don't have an audio plugged in or an audio track set up. Then you've got the solo. So if you press this, it will solo the track you're selected on and it will just play it and it will silence all the others, which is great because if you just want to listen to that, what you've just played in and make sure that works and then use it again, looking at all the others, that's a perfect button for you there. And then this is your metronome. So if I press play, like that, it now is doing the metronome for the beats, and obviously you can change your tempo here and your key signature there as well also. So if I record something else in, and then just press the space there to get rid of that. So if you're just on that one there for you, You can look at getting the piano roll up again, and you can select all of these notes. Bear with me 1 second, just select all these. There you go. Press functions and press quantize again to get them to move there. Pressing E again for you. So now if I created another track, let's put another MIDI track in there. And let's pick another instrument. So if I press guitar, for example, let's do acoustic. And let's record this one. But you can actually mute this here, pressing this button. So then you can't hear it whilst playing, which can be helpful for those who do get distracted by other tracks. So let's record this one. I did make a mistake on that one. So pressing E going onto the piano roll, you see this note here? I didn't mean to press it, so you can just press the backspace and delete it. Yet again, we want to be quantizing all the notes. There you go, have them all selected, so you can see them, they're all selected there for you. Functions again, and quantize notes, and then pressing E, deselecting it, then pressing mute there. So unmute it. Not quite in time for one another, so I best work with having the track actually out loud so I can make sure it is in time with each other. But now I've got this one selected. If I wanted to solo it just by pressing the S, which is what I was talking about earlier, then you can just hear this one. You can use the mute obviously if you've just got one other, but it's best to just solo that channel if you've got multiple channels open. So I'm just going to delete that one again, delete that one there. Pressing enter. There is another function that I want to show you as well on the introduction. Just shorten this down so you can see it in my screen. So you have got Apple Loops here, this button, and you've got lots of different instruments available to you. You've got instrument, genre, and descriptions. I usually find it easier to pick a genre I like, and then it will show you what instruments are in that genre. So if we just go for... just looking, let's go for here, and then instruments. See, some of them are grayed out because they're not actually in those, but obviously it depends what, you know, genre you pick. So if I picked hip-hop, these ones are blanked out, but if I pick an R&B, so a few more are, you know, coloured out. It just really depends what you're picking. So for rock and blues instrument, let's go for all drums, and I prefer kits more than anything else. Let's scroll down. Let's can preview them as well. Preview all of them. That's a good one. So you just drag it over and place it in there, and now you can just press spacebar. Carry on. Let's add another instrument in. So let's go for guitars. Let's try this one. So if you just want to delete it all, you can press this X here and then press that again to get rid of it. So if you want to loop it and make it longer, then just do that. And this one, unfortunately, you can't loop, so you would have to go back in your Apple Loops and just add another one onto the end, just there. There you go. And then you can just play it. Perfect. Now going back there is something grey highlighted there, which is a loop, which is this button here, but you can just press it. You can extend it as well and shorten it. So I'm just going to put it there between bar 1 there and 7. And then if I just play it, it just will loop over and over again. Just like that. If I just move myself over here, you can see that it is red, so it is clipping. So when I showed you the, up here there is a button for it up there, but when I showed you all the channel strips, you can either press this button or, like I said earlier, pressing X. So you can see them all here. So if I just select these two, which are the ones that I've just input, just press play. See, it's orange. You can actually bring them down together so then the levels are correct. So if we just try it. There you go. That brings it down to the right level because you do not want to damage your mix in any way. And then you just unselect this and you can reselect it to get it back to loop once again. Over here is how you would zoom in. So you can really zoom in and make each bar bigger, or you can make them longer as well. So if you wanted to snip anything, it'd be easier to see this way. There's tools over here that I like to use. So there's your left click and your right click. So on my left click, I usually always have my pointer tool, but on the right, I do like to have either the scissor tool, so just pressing that one, and command, and you can just snip it anywhere. There you go. And then if I wanted to undo that, just go up to editor here and undo the divide. You can also change it to something else. I also like to use the fade tool as well. And there is so many other options on here, but you can have it to anything you wanted. So I usually always keep it on this. Unfortunately though, when you do start a new project, the preset does change. You will have to look into it and make sure you have everything you need selected. Also, if you go into Logic Pro up here, and go in settings and your audio as well. Before we add an audio track in, I will show you this so you know. So my output device is currently my speakers. I usually use my headphones, which are up here, just because I always work in Logic with my headphones. And then my input device is my Mac Airbud microphone as well. But obviously if you have a microphone you want to record in, or if I have my Scarlett plugged in, then I do select that instead, and then that's my input that's going in. And always make sure you're pressing apply over here, just coming out of this one, and then advanced, make sure you have these enabled as well. Just press an X to get rid of that one. And then you want to look at adding your audio in. I don't have anything plugged in at the moment, so it won't actually work. But if I do press this and go over to audio and then press create, so input one, because I only have one input on my Scarlett. You can rename them as well. So if I put Vox for vocals, and then you do have the tuner now, I will show you that, but obviously usually used for guitar and bass, but you can tune your instrument as well before recording, and obviously then just pressing record like normal, having whatever you're having plugged in. I do recommend though, if you are playing guitar or bass, you're doing this one because it is the right one for that, and then you can obviously use effects and things as well. If you wanted to add more than one track, just press 1, go over to MIDI. If I wanted 3, just press 3 there and press create, and then I've got 3 here. You can rename all of these as well, every single one. So if I wanted to, I could put track 1, track 2, track 3, and so on for all of these. Obviously if I wanted to, I could just delete all of these. You can move them around as well, but yeah, I can just delete all of these as well. If I just delete those 2, there you go. And then you can add whatever you wanted. So I just pick on this again, putting in whatever I liked, pressing piano and doing the same thing as before, and it would still work the same way. There you go. Also, when it comes to saving your Logic project, always make sure you are saving it. So here you press File, press Save As, and usually I save it into this Logic folder here. So if I just call this Logic Pro Introduction, and then press save. You can either save it as a package or a folder. I'd recommend doing it as a folder. It does look more tidier this way as well. And if there's anything else you want to put in there, like any audio samples, then it's perfect to go in there. Just press save, and that's saved. And then make sure you're pressing save regularly as well to save all your projects. And we could look at channel EQ as well. So if you had something in here, I just press on this one, there's no effects on there, so you can start from scratch. You can add plugins. Channel EQ you could have on there, so it looks like this. This is pretty good to make sure everything sounds, you know, beautiful. You've got compressors, which you can use. Obviously use these if you know how to. There is many videos online to demonstrate you how to do it. And also I like to use pitch shifter, pitch correction. As you can see, these are my recents. Reverb as well you've got here, so you just need to make sure when you're pressing on it you select which one. I usually do like Chrome Reverb. This is my favourite one. It suits my voice really well, and I just change it to whatever sounds right for the mix. You can also get rid of these by pressing no plugin for them, and they will just disappear, or you can just turn them off if you want to see what it sounds like without. That's everything covered for today. If there's anything else you'd like me to cover, then let me know, email me or let me know in the comments, or contact me on Instagram. And I will see you all again soon. Don't forget to like this video, also subscribe to my channel for more content coming. See you all again soon. Bye.